sorry, little one.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Webrecker Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, Webrecker Coo, and today we're looking at the Figma action figure series, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom Link figure, DX edition. I could not resist getting this edition because of all these accessories, and if you don't know, not these two. Got a lot of junk up here, guys, but not those two. But if you don't know, I'm a huge Link fan, Legend of Zelda series fan, and I could not resist this figure. This is him on the parachute. I'm just showing this to you now because I'm gonna get it out the way because it takes a lot of space, but it does have some little odds and ends. These little twist ties come off. It's a very nice decorative piece, and it's pretty tall. The one thing that is a problem a bit is the hands. They do seem to fall off pretty easily. So there you can see that, but it is very nice. So I'm gonna get him off this stand. One of the reasons this thing comes off pretty easily is these hands are actually molded to stay on there, which I think is a smart decision, but at the same time, it does make it a little hard to get on because you have to get two portions on at the same time. These do swivel, as I said earlier, so that is nice to have too. They can come back out, but this is a nice big piece, so I do very much like that. And it comes with a stand, so you can move Link around, proportion him. I'm gonna set him down so I can get him in his in some poses. All right, now we have Link in all his glory. This is my first Figma action figure, and I very much so like it. They did a good job on it. It feels good in my hand. Good plastic. The colors are very vibrant, but they're muted, so where it doesn't look toyish or plasticky. So I do like that. I mean, there's so much texture going in here. If you look at the body, I think it did a really good job with the texture. The boots look like real boots. And again, that muted color goes a long way. He's got some chainmail underneath. And if you want the effect from when he first got his arm done a certain way, you've got that hand if you want to use that one instead. I like this one just as much. I might actually go with this one. I don't know. But it's nice. You also have the portion where he has an ability, not master hand, I forget what it's called, where he can go through walls or ceilings or floors, and he kind of like teleports. If you take his torso off, you can poke him on there, and he'll sit there. It's a really cool feature in the game, and I think it did a good job in person with it. There's the two heads that he comes with. Not the most expression. And these two look really similar. I would have preferred to get an angrier face Link without the open mouth. He also has the Hylian shield. Okay, this is like his. I always used to call this the Master Shield, even though it wasn't. Then he's got the Master Sword. And that is a work of art right there. He's got this effect right here as well, and this can attach to different things. This port comes off the shield, and you can attach it because that's one of his abilities later on in the game. He can actually attach things to each other, fusing them, and then he can use this rocket to boost up to places that are pretty high up and glide down. So they did a good job with all these accessories. I mean, honestly, they're killing it. The sheath for the sword, for the Master Sword, looks good. I like the slight blue hue to it, and yes, it fits in there rather nicely. Then he's got this stick. This is very heavy, so I wouldn't put it in his hand. I would have it leaning down somewhere because it can be a little problematic putting that in his hand. And then he has the bow and arrow right there. This is a, not Titan. I forget the name of the technology they use for this game when he has these little weird green colors, but it's kind of like Titan or something. But he's got that. He's got some more hands. I did have this hand in a package. It's a fist, but I don't remember Link punching any damn body at all, period. So that's why I don't have it on him, because he's not a puncher. He's a lover. He's not a fighter. Okay, so that's why that's staying off. And then he has an arrow. That's pretty clean. Just one. And last but not least, he has this hood that can go on him. I like it, but I don't like it. It sits kind of awkward and hides a lot of the character. He is rather flexible, especially this side. This side can go up that much. Arm can bend pretty good. This side with the shoulder does get in the way a little bit, but you can see he has that nice butterfly joint. The shoulder does move in here, as you can see. It articulates. And yeah, he's got this big old bow and arrows in the back that looks pretty good. You can get his feet rather high. I mean, you can get him in basically whatever pose you really can imagine him using in the game. He's very poseable, and he's got some good height to him. Just looking at him compared to some other figures, here he is next to a Marvel Legend figure with a shield. I believe this is Captain Britain. She's a little dusty, so she's quite a bit taller than some of the more standard Marvel Legends. Here he is next to Deku, and that is from SH Figure Arts. Let's get into another line, another character. Let's get him next to, I forget what they call these guys. Little troll dude, we'll call him that. So he's really tall for that. So you could put them in if you have some of these guys. I forget what they call them. If you want to get them in for the Goblins characters for Link. Here he is next to a Rebeltech. And you can see she's quite a bit smaller. Yeah, this figure is just a little bit too small for my liking. And she's not really staying flat because her feet. So there she is. I'm just knocking everybody down now. Put her back. And then let's get him next to, let's go one more figure. Let's get him next to a Mythic Legions figure. This guy's a little loose. This is the Headless Horseman. And you can see how they line up. I think that matches up pretty good. Link's a short guy, so I think Link could fit in like a 7-inch line and make it look good. And if you want to put him next to a horse, Mythic Legions has a lot of nice horses. This is just the Headless Horseman's horse. And you can kind of see how he scales. Not that way. There we go. And now you can see this looks good. I feel like that works. And if we get him up here, his legs don't go out as far as I'd like, but you can kind of simulate him holding. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad to me. Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. So yeah, if you want to put a Link on a horse and really spend more time than the 3 seconds I spent putting him on that horse, it works. Great figure. So I'm gonna get him with his Master Sword, Master Shield equipped, and then we're gonna call it a day. Couple things I want to show you guys. One, there's a clip for the shield that you can just take off by lifting up like that. And I honestly think that's really good. Let me fix this. I think that's a really smart move to be able to clip this like that so you can get a better grip. And then you can kind of rotate it like so. So that way, I know you're seeing a lot of my fingers right now, so I apologize for that. No one wants to sign up for a review to see ashy fingers. All right, and then you just push that in back into the shield. Of course, I'm having a struggling time getting it in there. Do I have them backwards? And I do. I have them backwards. Let's do this another way. Sorry about that, but yes, you can take these off. So that way you can clip this onto the sword if you wanted to, or the back of his hilt. And then it's easier, in my opinion, just to kind of angle his arm into the shield like so. So that way you get a more snug, more fit handle on the shield. And of course, I'm struggling doing this on camera. I'm just going to stop trying to do this on camera because I'm not good at this on camera. Now, after doing all of that, I realized this is not even the shield I wanted to have on him. That's crazy. So I do all this work to put this shield on, and it's not even the shield I want on there. It is what it is. I'm going to have to show some video footage at the end, but if you look, he can kind of get that shield moved up pretty good. That's a good blocking pose, in my opinion, trying to protect the head. I do like that this ponytail moves out the way. If you want to angle something like heavy behind him, that's a nice touch. It's just, honestly, he just feels so damn good. If I have to give Link a rating out of 10, just the fact that he is such a fun figure, I would probably give him a 10. He's a 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, the price is a bit much, to be honest with you, though. But when it's all said and done and you got all these accessories who we've been waiting a long time for, I don't think you can go wrong. I don't think I'm getting Ganon. I'm waiting for a review on Princess Zelda, just because they didn't use cloth goods for her. And the problem that makes me mad or worried about Zelda is, what if I get this figure and the skirt causes her to have like basically no motion from the waist down, just because of how bad the articulation scheme will be with the plastic good robe. I'll try to put a picture in the link so you guys can see. Get it? Link. But this, to me, looks good. I love it. I think this is the best Link they've ever had. And I don't think you can go wrong with this. That just, to me, that looks epic. And yes, you could put the hood on and everything like that. The bow and arrow is kind of a weird situation just because you can't really plug anything in there because of the way of its nature and design. But I like it. I think you'll like it too. So if you're on the fence about it, get it. Get it. You don't have to. If you don't use all these accessories, don't get the full one. Just get the regular stuff. You don't have to have the Zonite stuff. That's what it's called. You don't have to have the Zonite weapons. You don't have to have the Zonite little thing at the bottom that makes them portal. I do this because I like the game that much. But yes, that's my thoughts. Until next time, peace and Zelda grease.
Subscribe and like. Okay.